Some cubes are extremely hyped when they come out, especially if they're by a really reputable brand, such as the Guoguan Yueshen Pro M, the Volk 3 Power N, and the Aolong GTS. However, some cubes when they first come out happen to flop, and some of these cubes are really overhyped.
So hey guys, what's up? It's Cubey time, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the most overhyped cubes that kinda stunk. So let's jump right into this list, and at number 5, I put the Thunderclap version 2. The original Thunderclap was a really good cube. It was an amazing performer for its time, and could do everything that its cubes twice its price could do. Did I mention that the cube was $9? Yes, it was on the verge of being a budget cube. The Thunderclap version 2 had a higher price tag and lost a lot of the performance. It didn't have the great feeling that it had, and it came with some pretty serious catching issues. The big problem with this puzzle was just the feeling of it, and most people did not really like it. However, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, it was still a pretty decent cube. However, it was really overhyped, considering the fact that the Thunderclap version 1 had so much success, and there was no possible way to live up to the hype. So, when we got this thing, we were all pretty underwhelmed and disappointed that it wasn't better than the version 1, but in my opinion, I still think it's a pretty good cube. At number 4, I have a cube that I personally didn't like, the yueshen Red 6x6. We all know that the yueshen 5x5 was one of the best 5x5s ever made, especially at the time period when 5x5 was going through a revolution of thickening the outer layers and having great turning 5x5s. However, we expected a lot more when we got the yueshen Red. We expected a great 6x6, and we got a lot of this, and this, and this, and a lot of this. It was very annoying, and I did not like this puzzle. There was an extreme amount of catching, and it was just overall not a very good cube at all right out of the box. I mean, look at it this way, all similarly priced 6x6s, and all 6x6s in general, to be honest, turned a lot better than this cube right out of the box. However, there was still hope for this puzzle, considering that you could exchange the 5x5 springs with the 6x6 springs, and it would make the cube turn like the 5x5. It would make it a lot better, a lot smoother, and a lot faster, and able to be turned. And that is why the yueshen Red 6x6 is number 4 on my list. And now we move on to number 3 on the list, the Kong's Design Mei Yu 4x4. Kong's Design had a great run with their cubes. The Yuying and the Mei Ying were both amazing and high respected 3x3s. However, the Mei Yu came out and it was extremely hyped. However, the puzzle, although turning very well on the outer layers, the inner layers suffered significantly. They were very slow, and don't even get me started about when you would mix the inner layers with the outer layers, because let's just say it would be the same result as a nuclear bomb. Now, this cube wasn't all that bad, but okay, it was pretty bad. I don't really think I've met anyone who's actually liked this cube, and for some reason I have 3 of them. I think it's just because no one really wanted them, and I just acquired a bunch of them, and basically they sit there and do nothing, and that's probably what they're best at doing. They aren't very good at really anything besides their outer layers, and they are too scary to play with because they feel like they're going to explode with every turn. So that's why they are number 3 on the list. Alright, number 2. The Aolong GT. Let me tell you a quick story. The Aolong V1 came out, and everyone loved it. It was amazing. The Aolong V2 came out, and everyone loved it. It was amazing. Both of these cubes had such a great bubbly and crispy feel to it, and they were way above of their 3x3 counterparts. They were way ahead of their time, to be honest. And then they dropped the Aolong GT. Just look at the sticker shades on it. Just look at the sticker shades. They're literally Shang Shao shades. And they try to play it off by saying that the squared off corners would chip the stickers, even though that wouldn't have happened with regular shades. But anyways, the cube turned, okay, the cube was alright. It turned pretty decently. However, the cube was extremely heavy, and it lost the feel that the Aolong had in the original. The puzzle was just not the same cube at all, and not only was it not the same cube, it wasn't nearly as good. I, any day of the week, would rather use my aolong V1 or V2 over this puzzle. It was just weak in all aspects. Corner cutting, turning, feel, just overall look of the puzzle. It was just behind the other ones, and it was super overhyped because the aolong was such a respected cube, and then the aolong GT kind of ruined that. So basically what I'm getting at was the aolong to the aolong GTS is kind of what we were expecting the aolong to the aolong GT to be, but that kind of failed us, and we were left with this puzzle, which was not very good, even if people were trying to tell themselves that it was really good. And I cannot get my normal times on this puzzle at all. It's just not good enough, and that's why it is number 2 on the list, because of how overhyped it was. And number 1, we have another entry from Moyu. Let me tell you a little story, starting with the Huanying. It was Moyu's first cube, it was alright. Then we went to the aolong, which was extremely popular and extremely good. Then the aolong version 2 that came after that was even better and even more popular. And the Liying paved the way for cubes such as the Meiying and the Guoguan Yuexiao. Then Moyu gave us the infamous DNMA. Oh DNMA, how bad you ever were. The DNMA was special because it had a slightly thinner middle layer, which apparently was supposed to do something good. So basically you get your DNMA and be like, oh yes, the new Moyu cube. It's a little slow, but maybe with some work, it could be a little bit better. Maybe if I loosen the tensions, the corner cutting, wait, what happened? Okay, this is not normal for a Moyu cube. Yeah, the DNMA was super slow and super bad at corner cutting. We were expecting so much from Moyu when this puzzle came out because they haven't really produced a bad cube before, and then they came out with something like this. Everything was bad. Even the edges on it were super sharp, making it hard to hold. And look at the mechanism. It was super blocky, and what's going on with this edge? I mean, look at the corner piece from the aolong and the edge piece from the Liying, and tell me that how the heck did they make this thing? It looks like freaking Skeletor. And just the overall look of this puzzle, it was super ugly. But at the end of the day, the DNMA holds a special place in the cubing community's heart. It's basically a big old meme now, and everyone knows that this puzzle's bad, and I don't think I've ever heard anyone go up to anyone and say, "What's your main speed cube?" and then the answer being a Moyu DNMA. Yeah, I don't think that's ever happened, but it's just hilarious that Moyu made this cube and how utterly bad it is, and how everyone in the community will most likely agree that the DNMA is Moyu's worst cube and one of the worst cubes ever produced from all time. So Moyu DNMA, you suck, but we all still love you. And that is why you are number 1. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment which cubes you think are the most overhyped cubes. I really had a fun time making this video, and I've been thinking about making it for a long time. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment what you want to see next on my channel, and as always, thank you guys for watching. Bye.